You're now tuned into Pimp Points. I'm Joshua Caleb Jackson, career coach, motivational speaker, and author of How to Pimp Corporate America. In the first series of Pimp Points, we talked about the dream job process. The first pimp point was uncovering your unique factor. Secondly, realizing that you are your own brand. Thirdly, searching for your dream job. Fourth, getting the interview. And lastly, closing out the dream job process for the first series of Pimp Points is landing the job. When it comes to landing the job, you have to understand these 3 points. First, don't focus on one job opportunity. Secondly, practice interviewing. And thirdly, make a lasting impression. You ever heard of the old cliche or the saying that says, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Well, that saying applies to being open to many potential job opportunities. Pull up a chair and let me tell you a story. In 2011, I was looking for a new job opportunity, but I was only looking at one site. And I realized very quickly that I wasn't getting a lot of traction. Instead of looking at just one job site and just one job opportunity, I realized that there are other jobs that are out there that I can definitely apply for and I have the skill set for, but I just wasn't doing the extra work. I'm so glad that I did this because there was one particular job site that I never even thought about looking at for the job role that I really wanted. And guess what? I ended up getting the interview 2 weeks after I applied for the job, and shortly after that, not even 5 days later, I got the job offer. In this day and age, you have to take advantage of the different job sites and job boards that are out there and apply to multiple job opportunities. Don't segment yourself into just one job role. And if you do have a skill set with just one job role, look at different job boards. Trust me, there are plenty of opportunities out there. You just have to do the extra work. Now that you know that you do not want to just focus on just one job opportunity, now you have to focus on practicing for the interview. And as you practice more and more, it just makes you better at interviewing. Let me tell you why practicing for the interview is so important for you to land the job. Back in 2012, there was a job role that I really wanted, but when I got on the interview, I choked. I didn't practice, and I was nervous, and my hands were sweaty, and I was all over the place, giving all kind of false answers. You don't want to end up like I did, because not only did I not get the job, but I didn't even get passed on into the second and third round of interviews. All I had to really do was just put in time to practice and actually study for the job as well, because I didn't even know what they were actually talking about when they were saying certain things. That's why I was all over the place, like, what? The last part of landing a job is making a lasting impression. When it comes to making a lasting impression, you just want to be true and unique to yourself. Let me give you an example. Now, you're going to like this. Before I landed my last corporate job, I had to go through a series of interviews. All of the interviews took place on a webcam, and I had about 4 hours of interviewing that I had to complete. Talk about draining. At the end of that interview, I was like, can I get some water somewhere? I made sure that the entire time, looking through this webcam, that I was smiling and that they could feel my energy and my personality through the webcam. The very first interviewer that I had, he seemed like he was around my age, so I felt like, you know what? I could really be myself and cut up and be a fool if I want to. So you know what I did during this interview, whenever we just had moments of me answering the right questions? I gave this dude a fist bump. Yes, a fist bump on the webcam during my interview. So it would kind of go like this. So Joshua, do you know about XYZ? Yes, is this and that and that. Oh wow, that's really great. Okay, glad that you know that. And I say, yeah, that's right. And he was like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, we're fist bumping through the entire interview. But I tell you one thing, after those 4 hours, I got the damn job. Not only did I get gallons of water after that interview, I made sure I did my victory dance. Time out. I never experienced an interview like this before because who gives a fist bump on interviews? The corporate pimp. The point of the matter is that I made a lasting impression and I stood out. To close out the dream job process in the first series of Pimp Points, you want to make sure you do these 5 things. First of all, you want to uncover your unique factor. Secondly, you want to know and realize that you are your own brand. Thirdly, understand how to search for your dream job. Fourth, you want to get the job interview. And lastly, the 5th point that I just talked about on this episode is landing your dream job. For more information on the how-to techniques on achieving your dream job, make sure you join the Corporate Pimp community. Just to let you know, it is free to join the community, so make sure you join. If you would like one-on-one career coaching, make sure you contact thecorporatepimp.com.